Hey, and welcome to our guide on canine well-being. Today we're going to go way beyond the obvious stuff, like tail wags and happy barks. We're actually diving into the science to explore the subtle biological signals that can reveal what your dog is truly feeling. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're just watching your dog. Maybe they're napping on the couch or greeting you at the door, and that one simple question just pops into your head. Are they really happy? We see the big, obvious signs, but it turns out true contentment is written in a much quieter, more scientific language. Okay, so let's jump right in and tackle the biggest misconception of them all. We're all taught from day one that a wagging tail means a happy dog. But, scientifically, that's just not the whole story. A wag can absolutely signal joy, for sure, but it can just as easily mean anxiety, or that they're on high alert. The truth is a lot more nuanced than that.
So, if we want to get past all the guesswork, we need to learn how to read these invisible signs. These are the small biological cues that animal behavior experts, ethologists, they rely on these to understand a dog's actual emotional state.
So our first set of signs is all about the biology of trust. And this is so important because without that deep down feeling of safety, real happiness just isn't possible. You see, a dog's well-being is really built on a foundation of absolute security in their environment.
Let's start with their eyes. A dog that's feeling stressed out or threatened will have these wide, round eyes where you can see the whites. People call it whale eye. But a content, trusting dog does the exact opposite. They offer what's called a soft gaze. Their eyes are a little squinted, and they do these very slow, deliberate blinks. It's basically their way of saying, I trust you enough to lower my guard.
But here's where it gets really fascinating. That soft gaze isn't just a behavior. It's a trigger for this profound biological event. It actually kicks off a chemical reaction in both your brain and your dog's brain.
And that chemical is oxytocin. A huge study in the journal Science confirmed that when dogs and their owners share this relaxed gaze, they both get a surge in this love hormone. It's the same powerful biological tool that bonds a mother and her newborn. So yeah, that slow blink from your dog, it is literally a chemical expression of love.
This feeling of trust also shows up when your dog is at their most vulnerable, and that's when they're sleeping.
You see, a dog that feels even a little bit insecure will sleep all curled up in a ball. It protects their vital organs, and they're ready to spring up in an instant. But a dog in a state of what you could call absolute security, they'll do this, the full belly-up sleep. Exposing their abdomen like that is the ultimate act of vulnerability. It signals that they feel completely and totally safe in their home.
This posture is only even possible when a key biological system is at work, the parasympathetic nervous system. Think of it as the body's rest and digest mode. When it's fully engaged like this, it signals a physiological state of total calm, and it's a crystal clear sign that your home is their sanctuary.
Okay, so we've covered trust. Next up, let's explore the physiology of joy itself. How do those positive emotions actually show up in a dog's body, beyond just a simple tail wag?
Hey, remember how we said that tail wag can be a bit misleading? Well, that's because when a dog is truly, genuinely happy, the tail is just the end point of the emotion. The real tell is the full body wiggle, an expression that involves their entire body.
Animal behaviorists have a great name for this, the spaghetti body. It's when a dog is so loose and relaxed that the happy movement starts all the way up at the shoulders, it flows through these swaying hips, and then it ends at the tail. See, a dog that's only wagging its tail while its body is stiff might be tense or conflicted, but the dog that dances with its whole torso, oh yeah, that is pure unadulterated joy.
So, what about a dog's smile? Well, it turns out they really do smile, but it's not because they're copying us. It's actually an involuntary physiological response that's directly tied to their emotional state. And it's so important to be able to tell the difference. A dog panting from stress or just being too hot will have a tense mouth, the corners are pulled way back. But a relaxed smile is totally different. The mouth is just slightly open, the lips are loose and soft, and their breathing is calm and rhythmic. That is the face of a creature with absolutely zero immediate worries.
All right, let's move on and look at how everyday habits can be a powerful barometer for your dog's long-term well-being. These are the more subtle things you can look for just in your daily routine.
A lot of people assume a happy dog is one that's constantly begging for play or attention. But veterinary behaviorists say that excessive neediness can actually be a sign of anxiety. A much truer sign of contentment is something they call passive contact. This is known as voluntary proximity. It's when your dog simply chooses to be in the same room as you. Maybe they rest their head on your foot or just lean against your leg while you work. They're not asking for anything. For them, Your presence alone is the reward. It's really the highest form of companionship.
Here are 2 more quick but really powerful signs. First, a consistently enthusiastic appetite. This is a great biological marker because chronic stress raises cortisol levels, and that can suppress hunger. Second, solitary play. A dog that can entertain itself, tossing a toy around or chasing its tail, shows immense confidence and mental energy. It means they feel secure enough to go create their own fun.
And that brings us to our final and maybe the most misunderstood signal of them all. This is a behavior that most owners get wrong, but it's arguably the ultimate test of pure contentment.
So, just think about it for a second. What's a common sound your own dog makes that you might just brush off as boredom, but is actually a declaration of complete and total satisfaction?
The answer is the sigh. But the secret, the whole key, is in the eyes. If a dog sighs with its eyes wide open, it's often a sign of resignation, like, okay, I guess you're not going to give me a piece of that steak. But a dog that lets out a long sigh while closing its eyes is signaling something completely different. That is the literal sound of their nervous system shifting into deep relaxation. It is the audible sound of satisfaction.
So when you put it all together, a dog's happiness isn't just measured in those high-energy, exciting moments. It's really found in the quiet periods of absolute peace. Their well-being is built on that foundation of safety that allows them to totally, completely relax in your presence. And that's why it's so important to start observing those quiet moments.
Hopefully, this little veterinary guide gives you a brand new lens to look through. So the next time you're just sitting with your dog in a quiet room, ask yourself, with their soft gaze, their relaxed posture, or maybe that contented sigh, what are they really telling you in their silence?
Hey there! If you're curious about what's really going on inside your dog's mind, make sure to subscribe for more. Give this video a like and share your thoughts or your dog's behavior in the comments below.